down. Started with the main event. Welterweight bout here. Raheam Forrest coming in at -110 against Danny Barlow sitting at -120. Both men undefeated. And I said Barlow is undefeated. Forrest has one loss. And if you go back and look who it was against, it's Charles Radke, the man who just took out Blood Diamond and dropped the F-bomb on national television. But yeah, that's his only loss. He lost by submission there, round one rear naked choke. Look at his other fights, a lot of them in CFFC, one in LFA. He's getting it done by first round knockout in 4 of them, a couple decision wins and a submission win for Raheam Forrest, or for Danny Barlow. Excuse me. Left hand to God is his nickname. So you know that left hand is pretty dang good. Tall dude, 6'2". He's got a pretty long reach, 80-inch reach. And I would expect him to try to use that in this one and try to land that left hand. He's got 3 KOs on his record, couple decision wins, and a submission win. So both guys are pretty similar. And the line is indicating that. It's damn near a pick 'em. Should be a fun fight. What are you thinking in this one?
Yeah, super fun fight too. And on paper, like stylistically, they match up pretty decently to make it a fun fight. Danny Barlow, like you said, left hand. He switches stances a lot too. He'll throw some good leg kicks. He's pretty strong. And against lower level competition, at least, he's shown some really good power. And there's a couple of times where I've seen him get hit a little bit and he dips under and gets a takedown, and he's done some good work on the ground as well. Against Forrest, though, I did notice that Barlow, against previous opponents, kind of gets backed up a little bit. And I would look at Raheam Forrest as kind of a pressure fighter. He likes to get in your face. He swings bombs, man. When he lands those combinations, he's extremely accurate, and dudes fall and they crumble under his pressure. Yeah, some of those KOs he has on his record are just insane. Like you said, too, he's been fighting guys like Charles Radke. He fought Donovan Beard, who's the guy who went on the Contender Series, I think, and fought Bo Nickel for Bo Nickel's first appearance on the Contender Series, maybe second. But this guy's been fighting dudes that have experience. He's been fighting dudes with good records. I expect Raheam Forrest to really put the pressure on Barlow here and make Barlow make up his mind. Is he going to try to stand and bang with him, or is he going to try to get this thing to the ground? Because Raheam Forrest has been taken down by Charles Radke and submitted. So maybe Barlow has, that in the back of his head and is going to try to go with that game plan. But if this thing stays on the feet and Raheam Forrest can find that big right hand and follow it up with the combinations, I think Barlow could be in trouble. Because like I said, man, he does get backed up a little bit. And when you're fighting off your back foot against a guy like Forrest and you can't really get an inch to get it back to the octagon, it's usually bad news, because Forrest will just put the pressure on and he melts guys. So the one thing I will say about Forrest that's maybe a negative is that after grappling with guys and being taken down by Radke, like he looked like he slowed down a decent amount. So, if Barlow can implement that game, I think he's got a chance. But for the pick, I'm going to stick with Raheam Forrest. I like the power a lot in this fight.
Yeah, that was kind of one thing I noticed in the fight against Charles Radke. Is like after some exchanges, it looked like he got in a bad spot and he was like, I'm out of here. And I'm not saying he's like a quitter or anything, but if you can put him in a place that he doesn't want to be, maybe there's a chance for an opportunity to finish him there. I think it really just comes down to the length of Danny Barlow, because Forrest is going to have to get inside of it. I would expect him to try to mix in some takedowns here, or at least try to clinch him up, because you stand at range, the 80-inch reach is going to play a big factor. For the pick, I'm going to go with Danny Barlow just because I like the striking on the feet. I think if he can fend off some takedowns, and if he does that, I like his chances at a pick 'em for sure. So I'm going to go with Danny Barlow for the pick. And Raheam Forrest is a late notice replacement. Danny Barlow was supposed to take on Justin Burlinson. So, if it does go later into the fight, maybe Forrest can't keep up the same pace. And I like that for Barlow, so I'll take him.